Hey, how's it going? My name is shortstrawsal, and if you are new here, welcome. This is a place of authenticity, comedy, craziness, and hopefully hope. I've had a lot of people ask me lately what is the main objective for this channel, and I'm not a makeup guru. I am a makeup hoarder. I am a makeup whore, and I watch every single makeup YouTuber on, like, I love them all. I love them all. I think I wanted to start this channel to relate and to know that maybe I'm not the only one out here feeling the way that I do a lot of the time. And today was one of the days where I felt like I wasn't alone. And, you know, I don't have millions of followers, but I do watch YouTubers that do have millions of followers. And I watched a young man today go on his channel, Manny MUA, what's up? Talk about his anxiety and depression and how he didn't want to come on his channel because so many of us look to him for makeup tips and lighthearted things. But the fact is, life's not like that. It's never going to be like that. There are always ups and downs. And I really wanted to come on here tonight and say, when you have a platform that big, talk about how you feel. Talk about how anxiety and depression can bring you to your knees. And yet you feel the pressure to have to go out the front door and be a super duper sunshiny, sparkly ray of sunshine. There are days when I know I have to do that and I don't get out of bed. So, I know my last post was super heavy about suicide and everything, and I'm still kind of in that mindset because I really feel like we are all placed on this planet for a reason, and that we all matter. We all have lessons to learn and lessons to give. And just because there are days when you don't want to get out of bed and you don't want to face the world, it doesn't mean that the world is over. It doesn't mean that you're over. All it means is that it's just a tough day. I think I've mentioned before that I work at a cemetery, which means that I deal with people dealing with loss on a daily basis. Sorry. My hair is killing me. I get to be with families who have lost a loved one. And it never gets easier, but the one thing that I know I can offer my families is compassion and empathy, and if they needed a soft place to land. I remember growing up, and that's all I ever wanted, is I just wanted a soft, safe place to land. And I didn't feel like I had that, and I didn't know how to provide that for myself. Today, at almost 50 years old, I do know how to provide that for myself. It may not be in the healthiest of ways, meaning providing myself a soft place to land sometimes means I don't get out of the bed so I don't have to fall anywhere, and I'm already in a soft place, surrounded by my baby dogs. But I want to thank, in particular, Manny MUA and Nikki Tutorials and Nicole Concilio, Laura Lee, for talking about anxiety and depression and stress and how it's a thing. It's a hard thing. I've watched some of my favorite YouTubers get on their channel, and like Jeffree Star, who has almost 8 million followers, talking about the hate comments that he gets, the hate tweets that he gets. And I just think it's so easy to sit and watch something like this and judge about who he is or who she is or who they are. It's easier to do that than it is to take a look at yourself. It's a lot more difficult to take a seat, zip your lip, and figure out why any kind of feelings other than acceptance and love and understanding and compassion are at the forefront. I watch MSNBC every day. I wake up in the morning and I get ready with Stephanie Ruhle, who, if you don't know who she is, Google her, follow her on Twitter, follow her wherever you can follow her, because she is a badass chick. As is Mika from Morning Joe, and of course Rachel Maddow. These are women who are out there and they are ringing the bell for love and compassion in this world right now. And the outrage of what a lack of compassion and empathy has done to our country and that's doing to our world. Kids are dying. They're taking their own lives because they think they don't matter. They think they don't have anybody that feels like they matter. And I want to be one of the ones that stands up and says, you matter. You all matter. I'm super emotional, and I have super, super big feelings that sometimes feel like they're so big that I can't breathe. And I know that it's just a feeling, and I know that it'll pass. I've been doing this a long time. At almost 50 years old, I've been doing this a long time. But when I was a teenager, I didn't think that they would pass. Even when I was in my 20s, I didn't think that they would pass. I know this is going super deep, and I can hear Jessica in my head going, bitch, why are you being all deep and sappy and stuff? Why don't you take out your teeth and smile for us or something? I promise I'll do that in the future. I just really wanted to come on here and say to all my friends that watch, who have been messaging me and saying how wonderful it is and how much they love to watch my channel, thank you so much. Thank you. I felt drawn to do this, and I don't know what's going to come of it, if anything. But I do know that, again, like I've said before, if I reach one person who just happens to stumble on this on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or whatever, you're not alone. You're not alone. There are so many of us that have been there. And there are some of us who struggle to not stay there, who struggle on a daily basis to find that sunshine when everything else seems so dark. And I want to personally thank the YouTubers who have huge followings that are real and honest and can come on here knowing that they may get ridiculed or hate or whatever for being who they are. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. You matter. How you feel matters. That's kind of, for me, that's how my world works. Everybody in my life matters so much to me. And even the strangers that I pass in the street or say hi to in the grocery store or strike up a conversation, they matter. I feel like it's so easy to, sorry, baby boy. Hi. I feel like it's really easy to get sucked up into all of the trivial crap that doesn't really matter in life. And I'm one to do it too. I'm vain. I don't want to come on here looking ugly, and I don't want to come on here, I want to come here with a beat face that looks amazing. Where someone says, hey, what makeup do you use? Or, hey, oh my God, you look so great. You don't look 50. And in reality, it doesn't matter. What matters in the end is that you can go to sleep at night and know in your heart that you have been the very best person you can be that day, and that you have been as kind to everyone as you could possibly be, even if you feel like someone doesn't deserve it. And to think before you speak. Think before you post. Think before you comment. Because it can take you 2 seconds to comment something horrible. And what that does is it leaves a lasting effect on the world that you put it out in. It's like the ripple effect, like throwing a pebble in the river. Every comment that's not said with love, that's said in hate or judgment or jealousy or whatever, I promise you the only person that's hurting is you for putting that stuff out there. And I 100% commend all of the people who get on YouTube and Facebook or any social media and talk about the struggles that they're having. I can honestly sit here today and say that I'm happy and that I feel blessed and I have an amazing life. But there are still days where I don't want to get out of bed. I still have those days. And it's really easy to get so sucked up in all of that, especially with how crazy our world is. And all I'm saying, or all I'm asking, is to anybody who sees this, reach out. You can reach out to me. I'm shortstrawsal on Snapchat. I'm shortstrawsal on Instagram. I'm shortstrawsal on Twitter. You can leave me a comment down below. And if you think that what I have to say means even half a shit in this messed up world, then why don't you hit subscribe and see what else comes up? Because I really do love doing this, and I really feel like I can contribute. And I spent the better part of 49 years thinking that I had nothing to give and nothing to contribute. It took me a long time. I'm not going to let it take me a day longer. So, like I said, Snapchat, shortstrawsal, Twitter, shortstrawsal, Instagram, shortstrawsal. Subscribe. My shit is not always this deep. I promise. So, yeah. I would love to hear from you. I would love for my next video to be answering some questions, some either or, how do you feel about this? What about, anything. I'm an open book. At almost 50 years old, I don't have anything to hide. I have way too much that I'm ashamed of from my past to carry it into my future. So, yeah. I love you guys. And thanks to all my friends who are watching. I really appreciate your support and your love. You guys are the best. Bye. Thanks.